Okay, me again. Right, this video is pretty much about Tom Welling, the suit, and why we didn't actually get Tom Welling in the suit, why we got a CGI version. Now, you may remember last year in the CW upfronts, after season 9 ended, Tom was interviewed regarding how he would feel to wear the suit, and he pretty much said he'd be terrified. And he's still terrified of wearing the suit because of the legacy that it carries, not just from Kirk Alyn and George Reeves, but particularly from Christopher Reeve. The guy made the character so iconic, so immensely popular back in the 70s and 80s, that when you step into a shoe step into shoes like Christopher Reeve, it is very difficult to carry on that mantle. I mean, even Brandon Routh will probably say that he, although he tried to portray what Christopher Reeve had done, it would have been best if he had done it in his own way. But Bryan Singer wanted him to portray Christopher Reeve as Superman, as opposed to Brandon Routh as Superman, kind of thing. So yeah, for Tom, wearing the suit, he just didn't really feel 100% comfortable with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you take, for example, Hayden Christensen, who plays Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars in the prequels, Part 2, Attack of the Clone Wars, and then Part 3, Revenge of the Sith. When it came to Revenge of the Sith, a lot of fans were saying, well, not just the fans, but even Hayden himself was saying that he should wear the Darth Vader suit. I personally, myself, wasn't too sure if Hayden was right to even wear the suit. Yes, he was tall enough, but it wasn't really about how tall he was or anything like that. It was just, well, it's Hayden Christensen. Should he be wearing the Darth Vader suit? Should it not be David Prowse reprising his role in the suit again, since he made it so popular? So all of that was going in my head at the time. But when Hayden wore the suit, you then saw, okay, yes, this could work. But when you've got someone like Tom Welling and you've got a character like Superman, well, in all honesty, as powerful and as deadly as Darth Vader is, Superman is one huge, massive character. And we're talking two big characters here. So you can see the premise, you can see the, not the typecast, but the legacy that both characters carry. Okay, you've got on one hand one of the deadliest villains known to man, and then on the other hand the world's greatest superhero. So you can see where I'm going, can't you? It's weighing the balance. It's trying to balance it out a bit. But for Tom Welling personally, if he did not feel comfortable to wear the suit, then who's to argue? Okay, I wasn't happy that we didn't get full close-up body shots of him in the suit. Even if it was CGI'd, it still would have been awesome to have seen a slight close-up of him. The closest we got was him ripping the shirt open, and that was it. But I think the other reason being is because Tom is of a bigger build than Brandon, which is why also the suit wouldn't have fit Tom as much as it did Brandon. Someone actually left a comment on one of the two-part review that I did earlier, saying that Dean Cain had a Superman suit, so it's not about the budget. But you're forgetting something. Dean Cain played Superman in Lois and Clark. The show was about Superman anyway. Smallville is about Clark Kent becoming Superman. It's not about Clark Kent is Superman and then he goes flying all straight away. It's about him facing the trials and eventually leading up to him becoming Superman. So to say that Dean Cain already had the Superman suit and that the money shouldn't have been the problem, it's not about that. The fact is, you've come to this end. Are you going to spend tons and tons of money for a guy to wear a Superman suit for only 2 minutes of full screen time? It is pretty much a waste if you think about it. But at the same time, you've got to say to yourself that this is what we've been leading up to. It's more than fine that it was in CGI, because even if Tom was comfortable to wear the suit, they would have had to refit it, rechange it, do a few modifications and whatnot to fit his body, because he is a big guy. But again, how much would that have cost? I don't know. The budget that they would have had for that, I don't know. I can't speculate. I can't guess either. All I'm saying is that don't fret at the fact that we didn't see Tom in the full-on suit, even though it was CGI'd. At the end of the day, he was in the suit. Whether it was CGI'd or not, he was in the suit and he was flying. And that You take away from that the epicness and the awesomeness that we got. That's what you need to do. Don't complain, don't whinge, because I'm not. I'm not bitter that we didn't really, I'm not angry, because I'm satisfied with what we got. I am happy with how it's ended. I am pleased that it ended in that manner. So even if we didn't get full-on close-up shots of him in the suit, the fact is we know he had the suit on, whether it was in CGI or not. I was still pleased. So don't panic, people. Calm down, okay? Go back and watch the episode again and just enjoy it, because that's what I've done. Just enjoy it. So that's all I wanted to say about the suit side of things. As I say, it's the legacy that the suit carries. The character, the iconic name of Superman is why Tom, as far as he was concerned, he had some big shoes to fill regarding Christopher Reeve. And Henry Cavill is going to do the exact same thing when he dons the suit for 2012. So don't think that it's just Tom Welling, but anybody that follows Christopher Reeve will shit themselves to say, that guy made the character so iconic, it'll be difficult to equal that. Not top it, but equal what Christopher Reeve has done. And no one so far has done it. You can't name an actor that has donned a Superman suit and has made it as equally as iconic as what Christopher Reeve has done, because you can't argue, because there's no argument. We can trend and we can praise Tom Welling, that the fact that he was in a Superman suit, that he is Superman, but bottom line is he played Clark Kent up until that pivotal moment in the finale. He wasn't physically called Superman. It was in the comic that he became Superman. Or what you've got to remember is when Chloe's reading the comic, she says, and that's how the boy became a Superman. Not that's how the boy became Superman. It's how he became a Superman. So again, the name hasn't been physically given to him as yet, and we know that it's Lois that is going to give him the name Superman. By that time, Lois may have already given him the name Superman, but it's not mentioned in the future in 2018. Superman's going to save the day kind of thing. We saw it in Homecoming on a newspaper headline, but that's it. Okay? No one has actually said, even in S.H.I.E.L.D. earlier in season 10, when Carter Hall is talking to Lois regarding the Ubermensch, she translates it as a Superman. So again, they haven't physically called him Superman. It's just a Superman. Okay, so the name has not been called to him. He hasn't been called out as Superman yet. So again, it makes sense. It makes sense, and that's why the legacy has carried on in that manner, and I'm happy with how it's done. Really am happy. So anyway, enough from me now. I think I'm going to stop there. I am going to just chill out now and enjoy the rest of the day, and I think everybody else should too as well. So thank you. See you.